All right, everyone, we're getting going here. Woo! Give me a second. Oof. My computer. All right. Do. Mana. Definitely need to get some like background channel music going here that is not copyright. That's probably super important. Oh man. All right, here we go. Trying to get some. Should have done a little bit of this more fast. Doing pretty good. Yeah, it's going slow. All right, let's just get going here. Realizing the folly of how I've done this. And Instagram being lame. Hey everyone! We are live for the first ever Musical Boredom live stream. This has been from Musical Boredom, and today we are kind of... Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to follow me here. I have to remember that I can't do all the histrionics that I do with this camera because it's way smarter than me. Like, I just do that, and it zooms in. So, zoom back out. Too close. Too close! Okay, let's see if it's working now. Kind of. Man, it is not wanting to be super ipus. Yeah. All right. Boop. Can I just... There we go. Let's create a post. Get some people in this here stream. Doing good here. Yeah, I need to fix this light. Not liking how it's like a little too overwashed. There you go. I don't know why I'd say it so. My computer is hurting. There we go. There you go. Sweet. No filters. Yeah. And share. Okay. Now this is done. Maybe. We'll find out. Actually, I have no idea if this is a good mic or for singing purposes. Now that I think about it. Okay, let's just get that away. Get that away. All right, I'm here. This is kind of crazy. Yep, my dog also thinks it's crazy. So for all that are here, that's following me here, and there we go. I am super stoked to be doing this, and kind of, yeah, it's wild. Some of you might have noticed I shadow dropped that video down there into YouTube. That's just because I kind of wanted to see if people would find it natural without me bombarding it with everything. But you know, that's is what it is. I'm just having a little bit of you see my dog going back and forth everywhere. But yeah, I just want to take this first one to be a little bit more informal, do a little bit of everything, to talk back for those who are here, and yeah, seeing what it is to see, which is a lot. I really love my setup. It's pretty fantastic. I can go pretty seamlessly back and forth between these kind of things. And you can see, like, here now, you see the game in front of me and see a little bit of what's going on. and I can go back and forth pretty easily. This is pretty exciting. Let me fix this camera angle. Pardon me. Still in technical rehearsals about like how this is going to work. Too much. Yeah, it's a little bit better. That glare is going to be annoying. Let me see if I can fix the glare with the lighting. A little bit better. Can I change the lighting? Well, there's not a lot I can do. It's okay. Welcome everyone. Yeah. So, where to start? The big thing is, if you probably haven't watched the video yet, but this is kind of the huge first step for me, and trying to take these leaps that are kind of crazy for me personally, that to try this whole streamer content stuff, YouTube creation, in the board game space, which is saturated in a good way. I say saturation, that there's a lot of really amazing people out there doing stuff, and to me that's super important, and not something that I feel like we who are in the very outskirts of the board game space kind of take for granted. That so many, I mean, going as far back as, I mean, Shut Up and Sit Down, early Watch It Played, early Dice Tower, the Will Wheaton from Geek and Sundry series, take it all for granted. And that now we have kind of these mega stars of the board game space that hey, my dog's doing stuff, these mega stars of the board game space now, and knowing and recognizing it's an incredibly difficult it's an incredibly difficult space to tap in on and get involved with, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really hopeful. This is something I really want to go for full stop in. I know it's really weird to do a Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. I'll fix that. I need to find better times, I know, and find times that work for people. Which is difficult because I don't know necessarily if I want to do late evening, that's kind of a whole other thing. I love this tracking thing. I can just go all the way over here and it will track me, and you can like look at the board games. Oh, look at all these board games. Sorry, you hear my dog. Hey, thank you. But yeah, so first step into stuff that's a long pathway ahead, and annoying dogs aside, this will be easier when my partner can kind of help wrangle, or she'll be at the table doing stuff, and yeah. So a little bit of what I'm thinking about going forward, and it's important as we keep going, regardless of what's going on here. Some thoughts that I had, and just to see what's going on. Yeah, but the first thing is pretty big. Sorry, I was checking, make sure my chat is live, which it is. It is live. Yes. Sorry, my dog needs to go away. Boop. And now she didn't realize a little dinosaur. So trying a couple different things in this more condensed live stream today. I just wanted to try it. The first being a showcase of what I'm able to do in a place setting style. So if I go back to the other the other view. So here you can see I have the full board set up, and something that's less elegant is this top-down camera itself, and I need to find one that can get a little bit higher. and that can get more of the table, especially as I do more emphatically bigger games. But what I have set up in front of me, we'll talk a little bit more about in a couple minutes here. But the first thing is like testing the waters, how this is, showing and being able to use this as a camera to help show. Sorry, my dog is doing weird things. Give me 1 second here. Hey, you, dummy. Like, really? Your ball's over there. Here, give me 1 second here. Let me pause this. Boop. No. I'm surprised I didn't really do anything. Right there, idiot. Go. Look. I love her to death, but she really doesn't like people being on. Give this back to me. She really doesn't like phone calls, Zoom calls. It's really odd. Like I was saying though, so we have kind of everything you need to see here. I need to figure out how to make that light better. I will keep working on that kind of stuff as I, keep going. But yeah. And also have to realize and remember that like I'm looking at this camera, even though my computer's over here and this is up here. It's a little crazy in terms of that, but yeah. So that's the first big thing. The second big thing is doing a little bit more of the slice of life content, and what that means. One of my pie in the sky ideas is to do a Friday night board game pairing. Speaking of, I got the most amazing. Look at this. Oh my god. If you know anything about me, is that I'm a huge Disney file. A huge Disney. If you don't recognize this beautiful hippo, it's do yourself a favor and look it up. This is from Tiki Land Trading, and what I love about them, I've been using them for 2 years now, as a kind of tiki mug thing. I'm a huge tiki head too. And funny fact, and we can get into this maybe another time about my love of tiki and what that means, but all of their tiki mugs and tiki glasses come with these really awesome, if you look here, these really awesome drink like pairings. So this is the Not So Tiny Bubbles from Tiki Land. The recipe is by Kelly Merrill. But this is the Smith & Cross rum, pineapple juice, fresh lime juice, honey syrup, vanilla syrup, cinnamon syrup, Angostura bitters, a spritz of absinthe or Pernod, and then topped off with sparkling wine. So an excellent. I'm really excited to try this. And I wanted to do it in celebration of the first stream. So yeah, look at that. It's a well-made drink. Oh my god, that's so refreshing. That's really good. What's interesting is that what I love about tiki is, it's right there. Oops, someone texted me. Who texted? So a really interesting thing about tiki is that and a lot of friends that are mixologists will tell me this as well, is that it's actually, there's an elegance and purity in prohibition style, pre-prohibition style cocktails or modern cocktail theory, especially with how complicated we can get with shrubs, different kinds of spirit infusions and stuff like that, which definitely sounds like a anime reference, like it's a whole power system of spirit infusing. But tiki and what Don the Beachcomber did And with main chains like Trader Vic's, Trader Sam's with Disney specifically, it was a huge. It's a major destination still for a lot of tiki fanatics on both coasts. But it's a really fine balance between juices and the rums and liquors you're using to heighten those juices without you ever really knowing, unless it's something crazy like a zombie is a really good instance, or some scorpions, especially some ones that get really crazy in the really amazing bars out there. The scorpions can also get pretty. You taste the alcohol, but you don't taste the alcohol. Even with something as powerful as a zombie, if you ever go to a tiki bar or a tiki pop up and they have a zombie, and they'll always say like only two. It really is only two per person. Even when I was in my height of like going to tiki places and drinking a lot more than I do. I mean, I make a lot of drinks, but I don't drink as much as I used to. Like a zombie will put you on your butt. You know what I mean? Like it will straight put you on your butt. So what's really cool about this is that you really just taste the juice, and I know because I made the drink, I know exactly how much rum is in here. It's a lot. Yeah. So tiki stuff, talking about what I just did, right? And just nerding out a little bit because I'm a huge nerd for a bunch of different stuff. I also wanted to do something is show off and announce before I get into the game that what? You want to come up here? Ari wants to join. Hi. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna hide? Huh? You're really beautiful. Okay. Wanted to announce first and foremost before we get going. I tell you a little about the game in front of me. I want to announce the first live game playthrough. And after some talking to people and a failed, not a failed, I just didn't realize how dumb sometimes polls on Instagram can be. All those games are in the docket, first and foremost. This Mythwind is going to be the first one to be played. And I like the idea of Mythwind to be the starter one because thankfully with how the game works is that it's super modular. So you're able to switch people in and out. You can change characters whenever you want, and it just works really well in that way. So I'm excited to try that officially as the first live playthrough and stream of Mythwind. And you can, the cool thing about Mythwind 2 is you can go as far as you want, and it will still, work out the way you want it to. Yeah. Okay, so that brings us to, there's some other goodies and stuff on here, and I might show them later. It's mostly like the Zombicide stuff and maybe doing some unboxings of some of the miniatures that I've got with the recent my recent Zombicide plague for White Death. But let's change it up here. So first, the big thing is what's in front of me is Deep Regrets. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Oh, that's the other way. Boop. Nope, that's out. No, go the other way. There we go. A little bit further. A little bit further. Okay, so it doesn't zoom out as much as I want. So, Deep Regrets. So this game is a really cool. Set collecting is not a really good way for it, but what you're going to be doing is each individual player. First of all, the art style is amazing. It's really this cool, weird, grim, dark kind of stuff. And if I show you some of the, this art style is pretty spectacular. It has a lot of not just bulk cards, but this more grungy look, Cthulhu mythos-y look at a fishing game. So what's going to be happening is that characters or players are going to be going around. They can either go to port or to the sea. When they're coming to sea, they're going to be fishing, utilizing their die and their dice pool. So if I can grab like one of the easy fish. So like, for instance, you can see right here, you have the cost of how difficult it is to catch the fish and some other stuff going along with it. It's actually an incredibly easy game in terms of what by cost, by that I mean, so a better example would be a card didn't have a catch cost with it. Here we go. So a hammerhead shark. Okay. Right here, the hammerhead, it's going to take 3 to catch, but and then how many points you are if you use it. That's what that card is right there. So in the game, players are going to go around taking turns, going back and forth, taking actions, and through those actions, what they're going to be doing is making sure that they are able to catch fish, put the fish in, go back to port, sell the fish, get points to get better at catching fish deeper and deeper in the depths. All while doing this, you have these little buggers called regrets that the game will make you take. And as you take them, they are negative points to you at the end of the game. But it is helpful to have regrets, because the more regret you have, if you look at this board right here, this is the Madness board, the more regret cards you have, the better boons you have. So you get more dice in your pool you can use. Some of the crazier creatures in the underworld and underbelly of the ocean become higher value and actually gain value as you use them. So there's this really cool push and pull, which is, to me, what's really interesting and excellent about a game and system like this is it combines some of the cool qualities of other Cthulhu Mythos style games. Think Eldritch Horror, Arkham Horror, the card game, the Cthulhu Death May Die. There's one game that's amazing I've discovered this past summer. It's actually right here. Ancient Terrible Things. Excellent dice checking game. But that uses the same idea that, or even Call of Cthulhu, the RPG game, where the more mad you get more access to these powers and abilities, and just you're getting better. And this is a game that doesn't have powers and abilities. It's very symmetrical in terms of what you're doing. But the better, crazier you are, the better you are at being crazy. But there's a limit, right? So if you have too many cards in your hand, like 13 plus cards is like what's in there, and all of these regrets have different values. So 2, 3, oh my god, this is a terrible shuffle one. There's like 1, 0. But all of these cards will cost you. There are things in the game that will give you more regret. And the more regret you have, no matter how good you use and utilize different trophies and point multipliers, the regret will come fast and will just take out and decimate your points. Hey, this is a really excellent game. I'm excited to play it. There is a solo mode that I want to make sure I dive into and do. I'm not gonna do that here. But I wanted to showcase kind of a little bit of how this can be done. Yeah. So for one, the idea is that you have a face camera, obviously here, and then you have the board state. And the board state, again, I just have to figure that out right there. But getting people to watch and to look that way, and it's going to be exciting, I think, when it all is said and done and things are kind of really going. I still don't know why this is crooked. If anyone wants to help me to see why it's crooked. Because, oh, there we go. That's much better. Ha. Ha ha. Perfect. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on live today. I just kind of wanted to check in, to try this out here, and get a feel for the new musical boredom and what we're doing. My dog's being super cute, even though they're annoying. Enjoy a good cocktail. And I can stay on a little bit longer. If anyone has any questions for me, let me know. I'm happy to read them in the live chat here. That's so good. It's so good. Ah, perfect. Yeah, I guess I'll show you one. So this is Usagi Yonbo. It's a little bunny. A little bunny. I'm excited to crack into this. Would that be something you guys would want to watch? You know, I know that everyone and their mother does unboxings, and across across all genres and social media things. So I don't necessarily want to hop onto a train that is just continually being the same train. But let me know. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, this is it. I'm excited. Be on the lookout on Instagram and other socials as I get stuff going. Like the website will be going live soon. And just be on the lookout. I'll be announcing more and more live streams. I'm going to try to keep them at a time that is a little bit later in the day, so people are off of work or they're getting ready to leave work. I'll try not to do another midday one. This kind of worked for my schedule a little bit, but I wanted to make sure I committed it and did the first live stream instead of putting it off. Yesterday was really weird. This camera was being a little bit buggy, and actually my OBS studio, what one of the big things that a lot of streamers use to manage a bunch of different camera angles and stuff like that, was freaking out on me, so I had to fix that right away. But now that it seems like we're fixed and we're done, and this is really, really exciting to do, I am just over the moon elated to be here and be here with you all and starting this next crazy journey for musical boredom. And I really hope you will join me on this. And obviously, those who are watching, my friends that are also content creators and way better at this in the community, I'm not afraid of taking criticism. I'm in the opera business. Criticism is literally my job in terms of taking criticism, I should say, and as a teacher giving criticism. But like really, I get a lot of criticism all the time. So I want to keep working at getting better. So if you have tips and tricks, you know, like for the lighting board or the wash in here, I can't decide if it's because of my cool lights there that makes it look weird, or maybe it's the camera. Any kind of tips and tricks, I am great. I have a ring light right there. Maybe I can use better light anyway. But I welcome all tricks and tips, and just want to make good content and content that you guys would want to see. So with that being said, first stream done, 33 minutes of streaming, and this is exciting. And I'm excited to get all these kinks out and get to play some Deep Regrets here and explore I set this up for 2 players. I'm going to unset it up and make it the solo variant, just so I can learn the game a little bit, and then maybe I'll 2-hand, 3-hand it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by for those who did. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click the bubbles from the tiny bubbles. Click the bell icon there at the very bottom. It helps me a lot. Liking the video will help me a lot as well, even though I don't have any videos up yet. It will mean the world to me and help grow not just the channel, but help grow musical boredom on all sides. So thank you all so much again for your wonderful support, and I'm excited to get this going. Have a good one, y'all.